Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and the third annual Waco Small Biz Summer Expo is coming up July 1st from 12 to 4 p.m. at 1001 North 18th Street, presented by the Queens and Public Affair alumni, Christina Martinez and Vera Castillo. Listen, there's going to be DJs, face painting, food trucks, and so much more. If you're interested in becoming a vendor, just slide in their DMs on their Facebook page at Waco Small Biz Summer Expo. I'll be co-hosting too, so I'll see you guys there.
Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. Before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to thank you guys again so much for all the love and support that you guys continue to show me. I think this is the episode before my 3rd year anniversary and also my 32nd birthday, so I'm super excited that the show has been so consistent for this long, and it's all because of the love and support that you guys truly show me, so thank you guys again so much. We got Mason up there, who I just found out is a Mortal Kombat junkie just like me. Mason, I knew that we liked each other for that reason. He's producing this episode of The Public Affair, so thank you, Mason. I appreciate you doing that. Now, before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by David Santabanez with Alinea Real Estate. He's the #1 sales agent in his office. He's going to help you buy a home or sell your property. Make sure you follow him on Facebook at David with Alinea, or call the number on the screen, darling, for all your real estate needs. Listen, my boy David has been doing the damn thing, and I'm so proud of him. Make sure you guys, if you're in the market for a new home, you hit up my boy David Santabanez, and he's got you. Thank you so much for being a longtime sponsor of The Public Affair, bro. I truly appreciate you. Of course, to Arturo's Frame, or Arturo y Eva de la Cruz. They do wood framing for houses and all remodeling. Listen, sometimes you want a brand new house built from the ground up. Arturo's Frame is going to help you do that. They're going to help you build a brand new home. Arturo's Frame, thank you guys so much. Hablan inglés y español. Call the number on the screen for a free in-town consultation, or follow on Facebook at Arturo's Frame. So you guys, thank you so much. Eva, Arturo, you guys are the best. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Waco fencing and stuff with my boy Juan Morales. Now listen, Juan is building privacy fences and chain link fences. That's right, darling. Perfect for all that extra home privacy. Now listen, sometimes you want to walk around your house, like, you know, outside in the yard, get the mail in your underwears, but you don't have a fence. So he's going to help you do that. He also does demolitions, build wood decks, stone patios, and gorgeous flower beds. Contact them with the number on the screen for a consultation to Waco fencing and stuff. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to my boy Joseph Blancas with JB Auto Detailing. He provides mobile detailing for all of Waco and the surrounding area. That's right, he promises 100% satisfaction guaranteed, leaving your vehicle looking brand new and fresh. Now, ew, it's mad hot outside. Why are you trying to take your car to the car wash, wait outside, right? Do all that extra stuff? No, whatever. Pricing is such at jbautodetailing.net. He's going to come to you and wash the car, all right? He's going to do the inside and all the stains that my next guest likes to leave in the car because he's a little hoe, all right? Call the number on the screen to book. Follow on Facebook at JB Auto Detailing. Thank you so much to Joseph Blancas for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, I have got to give a shout out to my very good friends, Julian and Ana Banda with Banda's Hauling Service. They rent dump trailers. You fill it up and they haul it away. All that junk that be accumulating in the yard and shit, the fucking tree branches and stuff. Listen, Banda's Hauling Service got you. They also do junk removals, tree brush removals, and haul cars in and out of town. Book now with the number on the screen. It's a Banda's Hauling Service. Thank you so much for all the support that you've given The Public Affair for all these years. Thank you guys. I love you, love you, love you. And then listen, if the car breaks down last minute, they got you too. That's happened to me. I said, Julian, can you tow my car? He said yes. Thank you so much to Banda's Hauling Service. I truly, truly appreciate you guys. All right, guys. So like I said, I've been super excited to have this next guest on the show. Well, actually, we just had lunch like last week or something. Well, 2 weeks ago. I don't know if I can remember. Who cares? He says he does MMA, and as soon as he told me where he does MMA, I was like, oh yeah, because we got to clear some shit up. Come on my show. But you know what? He's an actual amateur. You're an amateur, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because I fucked up the class last time, and I think they're all going to whoop my ass for that. No. Listen, he's an actual amateur MMA fighter. I am so grateful to finally welcome Mr. Luis Robles here on The Public Affair. How you doing, Luis?
Good. How about yourself, man?
You couldn't drink on the show because I don't know if you're training for a fight or what the fuck is going on, but you're not allowed to drink before fights. Is that correct?
Yes, that's true. I mean, I guess you can. There's no one like holding you accountable, but like, it's best not to.
But you want to make sure you're in tip-top shape.
Yeah. Because I mean, alcohol definitely does things to your athletic performance. Like, long story short, I mean, with like inflammation and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, it's best to just not.
It just affects everything. Yeah. Now I had a few drinks before this show because I wanted to make sure I was loosey goosey before I had you on the show. And listen, I had a lot of things that I wanted to cover with you besides your career. And when I met you at lunch, you seemed very open. And let me tell you that we're just gonna break the fucking ice. I hold no ill will or resentment towards anybody.
Okay.
But can we talk about Blitz MMA, please?
Yeah, dude. What do you want to What exactly?
I want to clarify. So I had a guest on this show named Jonathan, who I love, right?
Yeah.
And he was on the show, and I think when I promoted the show, I said amateur MMA fighter. Well, I think Blitz MMA was out to like hunt me down and whoop my ass, right? Because apparently there's levels, right? And he never came on the show and said that he was amateur. He never did that. You can go back and watch the show. But I thought in my head, amateur was the same thing as just
someone training.
And I thought that because that's what I think of amateur. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so apparently amateur is its own class. So I saw the comments and stuff, you know. I saw it, and I just choose to respond to certain things and not to respond to. Listen, I have nothing against nobody. I love everybody. You know what I mean? I wish everybody well in all their endeavors and hope that they're able to achieve longevity. But you know, I felt like Blitz MMA. I feel like everybody over there wants to whoop my ass. I feel like everybody over there wanted to whoop my ass because like why? Well, I think they think Jonathan sold himself that to me, which he did not, to clarify. Right. I invited him on the show because he was fun and he was hot. And because he does MMA, he does do MMA at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's been training for a while. He's been training for a while.
But you know, at the end, let's clarify some things. I just want to make sure everybody at MMA knows that I don't have nothing against nobody.
Yeah, I don't think we thought that.
And tell them my bad. Please tell them my bad.
Dude, yeah, no worries, man. Yeah. I mean, it happened or whatever. Yes. Like Jonathan came on. Yes. Maybe there was a little buzz about it, but like once
a little buzz, bitch. What you talking about?
Oh, I mean,
Blitz didn't share the episode not one time.
No, sorry. I mean,
no, it's a thing of the past, and we all love Jonathan.
Right? Yeah. And I mean, we've just been training like nothing. We don't really. I mean, we see it, and then we just get back to training and start working.
And you move on. Yeah. But I think that for the people that are actually amateur, actually pro, however it goes, I think they took offense to it because it appeared, and I'm just, listen, y'all know I keep it 100%. Like, I think that it appeared to them that they thought maybe he told me, oh, I'm amateur, and that's why I should be on the show. I invite who I want on the show because this is my show. Like, I invite the hoodest niggas. I invite the successful bitches. Like, you know what I mean? I invite niggas because I just want to fuck them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and so I invite who I want on my show because this is my show.
As
and
you should.
He had been a longtime fan of the show, and I thought that he would provide something fun, which we did. We had a good time on that episode. And you know, I think that for the people that were actually ranked, because amateur is a rank. Is that correct?
Like it's
to them
it's a level of competition.
It's a level. Okay, a level. Maybe I see. That's what I'm talking about. You have to school me.
Yeah, like a level of competition.
So maybe for the people that were in or above that level, they took offense.
Yeah, but
it was my mistake. Just to clarify, that was my mistake. Yeah, you guys have to, like, if you're gonna whoop anybody's ass, whoop my ass. And I know those two girls, Desiree and Haley, can whoop ass. All right, shout out to them, who I've invited on the show too, but maybe they're busy.
Well, I mean, shit. I mean, after they see me on here, and then I mean, we can get to talking. But
get them to do it. Listen, and I've seen those girls whoop some ass, and shout out to them. And I want Blitz and everybody associated with that company or whoever to know that it was my fuck up. I'm sorry. That's why I invited Lewis on the show so we can clear some things up. Because I know y'all want to jump me or whatever the fucking case is. And I would love to go in the ring with them and maybe have them whoop my ass, take out your frustrations. I mean, listen, all I'm saying.
I think they would enjoy that.
I saw they probably wouldn't whoop my ass, right? They're like, fuck this. So we're cool. Everybody's cool, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to jump me.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I know, like, we're chilling. Mm-hmm. Always.
Got you. Now, you're an actual amateur, though, right? So
yes.
When I promo the episode, I can say amateur. Nobody's going to be in my fucking comments again, right? Okay.
That's true.
No, I just wanted to... What, Lewis? No. What were we saying?
No, yeah, because, I mean, some people, when it comes to, like, those levels and, like, how you talk about yourself, like, where you stack up, you know, some people can take that more, like, personal because they can see, like, I've worked a certain amount of time for this, like, you know, this hard for this amount of time to, like, be where I'm at, to be at this level. So, like, anybody who's kind of talking like they're at that level, or just talking but not really working towards it, it's like,
I completely understand, and that's why I wanted to break the ice with you, and that's why I knew that you would be open to the conversation because he never
Jonathan's my boy, man.
Yeah, I love him, and he's hot, and I wanted to sleep with him for so long. I know he confessed his love to that one girl. I don't know where she's at or whatever, but I'm right here. But I know that I understand how frustrating that is for, like, you guys. You know what I mean? And that was my mistake. I made the mistake, but that's not why. Man. I didn't invite him because I was under the pretense that he was an amateur. I invited him because I thought it would be fun. and that's plain
and
and
it
simple.
was fun.
It was a fun interview. You know what I mean? And he's cute and whatever. He's my type. He is. I said that to his face. I've slid in his DMs. Like
he's slimming down too, man.
Well, no, I need him to slim back up.
Okay,
yeah. And so I do understand that frustration on your standpoint, because like I've hosted like events, Lewis, you know what I mean, where people are being judged and they give out like the pity award, you know what I mean? Like, we're just gonna give it to them because they're new, whatever, and that drives me fucking bonkers. That like you need to give it to the person that actually works hard for it. Like this person deserves this accolade because they work hard. If you're in competition with a professional, that is your misfortune. You better come back 10 times harder. That's the same thing with the accolades that I've won. I hope that I've won those awards not based off of popularity, but because of the work that I put in every year. You know what I mean? Like that, I would rather lose to somebody who was bigger than me than lose to somebody that was more popular than me. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know what I mean?
We're on the same page for sure.
So we're cool. But anyway, Lewis, welcome to the Public Affair.
Thank you.
I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm so grateful. Listen, I've been watching you do your thing. I've been seeing the videos. I love a good MMA fighter. You're very young, 21 years old. 21. Looks like you have your whole life ahead of you, but you're out there whooping ass, literally. Okay, so can you introduce yourself to us for people who may not know who you are, please?
Okay, yeah. My name's Luis or Lewis. Like half the people in my life call me one, the other half call me the other. Yeah, I've just been doing MMA since I was 16.
Oof.
Yeah, so it's been like 5 years now. But now I'm finally like starting to compete, like for real. Yeah. Because I've been training for as long as I have, but I mean, I wasn't actually competing or getting like any results, so it kind of was like a weird like limbo, you know. You're just training, like what am I training for?
For sure.
You know, but now I'm finally getting to like put my work like to use, like letting kind of I don't know, like my work blossom in a type of way.
I see.
You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, MMA is like my whole thing.
That's your whole life.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, because that's what I want to do. I mean, I don't really want to have like a regular job, you know. Like, I don't know. It's when I was going through school. I mean, I'd be just thinking about my like life and like my future with each of those subjects, you know. And like,
for sure.
Nothing was really popping up, or I wasn't really feeling like anything. And I just didn't want to be there like sitting down, you know. Like,
I got you.
So I just kind of had to power through school like my whole time. Thankfully, I got like pretty decent grades, like B's and A's.
Okay.
But
where'd you go to high school?
I went to high school at Vanguard College Prep.
Oh, isn't that one of those private schools?
Yeah.
You're very sheltered.
I am. I've gone to private school.
He needs to break out of his shell. That's why you were asking me all those questions at lunch. But I'm going to keep it between us. He asked me a lot of personal questions, but I'm going to keep it between us.
We're open books,
I thought
man.
it was cute.
Okay.
I thought, no, you're not. No, I've slept with seven. Anyway.
Okay.
Shut up, bitch. All right, go ahead.
Anyways, what was that? Yeah, I've been in private school like my whole life.
Their professors are hot. But anyway, go ahead.
No, not at our school. No.
No, yes, they are. They're old white men. That's what I'm into.
Oh, okay. They have to you, okay.
Because they have pensions. Yeah.
Okay. Not so attracted to me, but all right, whatever.
Yeah. I'm not attracted to you, Lewis. Stop this. You're too young for me. You're too young for me. I told you I did that 20-year-old one time, and I was like,
I'm good.
I'm out. Yeah, okay.
No, we're good here.
They called me daddy. I was like, no, we're done. Oh, he's 21. Excuse me, not 20. He was 21, and I was like, fuck that. Yeah. But you're 21 years old.
I'm 21.
Private school.
Yeah, private school, like my whole life.
What about the family dynamic growing up? Was it pretty good for you, would you say? Did you have both parents in the life, or?
Yeah, I have both parents. I have two younger sisters. One's 20 now, and the other one is about to turn 16.
Yeah.
It like my relationship with them has like always been positive, but it's only been until like recent we've actually been like enjoying each other's company and like actually like interacting with each other on like a deeper level. So that's something that's more relevant, more recent in my life, which I'm really grateful for. And then,
for sure.
But we've always been good. My parents, it's pretty obvious that I was like the favorite, like growing up.
Okay.
And so I would get special treatment, and I mean I still do get special treatment.
But you were the oldest, is that correct?
Yeah, I was the oldest.
It's crazy because in most family dynamics, it's the youngest person that is the favorite.
Yeah. I feel like
or the youngest.
I feel like she's like a favorite in like her own way. Like I don't know. They treat him more like a.
But you're the only boy.
Like a baby. Yeah, I'm the only boy.
Yeah, so yeah, you're very spoiled. Yeah, that's why that happened.
To a Latina mother too, you know.
Oh,
like
they
die about this.
She
songs,
makes you fucking breakfast every day.
Yeah, and then she makes like my sister's clean and a lot of type of stuff.
Ay, Dios mío, yeah, I would hate you.
No,
too,
gordo, don't pick
okay?
no.
So the family dynamic was pretty
good.
But
I mean, it was pretty good. We had, you know, I mean, we've all gone through our ups and downs in our personal lives, with our families, you know. But
what about your individual ups and downs?
I mean, what do you mean exactly?
I meant exactly what I asked.
Like right now, like currently, like in my life, ups and downs. I've just been focusing on like not feeling okay being like alone, like independent, you know.
Okay.
Like not really being like intertwined with like other people, whether it be like in a relationship type of thing. And not being too attached to just like, I don't know, hanging out with people, so that way I can like focus on myself. Like that's been my thing.
Well, Lewis, you know, you're 21 years old. You're an amateur MMA fighter, because that is actual level, as we clarified earlier. and so, you know, already you have a lot going for your life. You know what I mean? And already you have a lot going for yourself. And so I understand being alone is like a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? It's great to have a sense of independency, but then you also go through that like literally feeling of being alone.
Yeah.
And then your mind starts playing tricks on you, right? So but you as a fighter, you have to always keep yourself in check. So what are you doing besides edibles that make you I joke. But you know that keep you in check, that keep your mind focused?
Oh man, I mean I've been just like diving deep on meditation and like mindfulness, not to sound like so like hippie or whatever, but
meditating,
being on my own like self journey type thing, like
I
loving myself.
I pray at night.
Yeah,
everybody doesn't know that, but they think because I'm a gay slut that I don't pray, but I do. I pray at night, because one of my best friends, he told me when you're going through anxiety at 3 a.m, you need to get up to pray, and it's worked. So thanks, Mom.
Yeah, it's like a way to just channel your energy into something that you enjoy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, every time I have an issue, like if I feel alone, I just start asking like why do I feel alone?
Yeah.
And then maybe it's like one reason, maybe it's the other, but then I start kind of like coming up with, or start just answering my own questions, you know, starting to like think about why or how I think.
Okay.
And then so that kind of helps me just take me out of the moment, and not be really like hit by feelings of loneliness or sadness or any negative emotion, you know?
And it's almost as if you can't even go through that, because you're supposed to be whooping some ass on the stage, right? Yeah, and so when you're whooping ass, you're supposed to have like this almost, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know, Blitz, but you're supposed to have almost like this mindset of like anger. Would that be accurate, or am I tripping? Just tell me. A little bit.
Maybe you're tripping a little bit, but not completely. Not completely.
No. Well, school me.
A lot of fighters. There's so many variations, but a lot of fighters, they do things, they prepare differently. Like for example, I mean, some fighters, I know some UFC fighters that have talked about, you know, just feeling like full of like anger and like a huge like resentment, like leading into fights.
Yeah.
And that can work, and you can maintain, but it's hard to maintain that. That's the issue, you know, and to time it right.
Well, because then you become a loose cannon.
Yeah, you might just like end up mentally exhausting yourself trying to get yourself angry, because that is something to actually think about, you know.
So it's not the best idea to get yourself in an angry mind state before a fight.
No, because in my opinion, no, and because it's just like I said, there's a lot of things that you kind of have to like time right when it comes to leading into a fight. Okay. One of the most important things is like timing your adrenaline. So you don't want to, because this happened to me. Having a couple of kickboxing like exhibition matches.
Okay.
It was one of the last ones I did. I showed up, and I was like, we were like some of the first people there at the gym, and so I was like getting pumped. I was getting ready. I walked in like super hyped, just listening to like Future, like some crazy stuff. Yeah. Okay. Just getting pumped, like ready to kill. And so
I don't want allegations on my show now, Lewis. Okay, I don't want the fucking police calling me talking about why is that person missing because Lewis was on your show.
No, but just ready to go, you know.
Yeah.
And so I'm waiting until they call my name up, and so like so I'm still on my zone trying to get hyped and everything, and then like 3 fights go by, and then like another 3, then another 3. I end up being like one of the last fights there. By the time I fight, like before then I'm like yawning, I'm like tired, my energy is gone because I just like completely burnt out on it earlier in the day,
right?
Because I was fucking hyped. I was like, let's go.
Well, you crashed.
Yeah, exactly. And so that energy, that adrenaline that I walked in with is gone now. And so I walk in and I'm just tired and I don't want to be there, but I mean I still I tough it out and everything.
Did you win?
I would say yes, but like in exhibition matches.
What did they say you did? Did you win or no?
No, that's the thing. In exhibition matches, they're called smokers. There usually isn't a decision. That's usually for like legal reasons.
So in
like,
your opinion, you won.
In my humble opinion, I won that one.
He's so media trained. Look at Blitz doing something right. Listen, can we talk, Lewis, about the beginnings of the career though? Like, what made you decide that you were gonna start whooping ass as a career? Because were you getting in fights at school? I mean, you seem like you're really well put together. You got the shorts on with the balls showing on the camera. You know what I mean? The very styled hair. You're a very curious 21-year-old. and so what made you start, deciding, okay, you know what, I'm gonna go in the ring, I'm gonna put bitches in a headlock, and this is gonna be my career.
Part of it was like not feeling like anything in school was like drawing me, like drawing my interest. And then at the same time, this is like when Conor McGregor, he's like the MMA superstar.
I know Conor McGregor.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Listen, I'm cultured. Don't fuck with me.
Okay, some people aren't, man. And I get surprised.
My friends like to watch those. So don't be surprised.
Oh, that's right.
All my friends are heteros, and they all like to watch every boxing match, every fucking MMA, and I have to be there. All right?
Okay.
I'm usually the one in the kitchen making the appetizers. But, anyway,
we appreciate you. Okay. And then, but
he said we appreciate you. The mozzarella sticks and shit are done, bitch. All right, that's me.
That sounds good. That sounds good. But this was around like the same time Conor McGregor was like popping, and like he was at the top of his game. Like he was like, when you see him fight, it was just like the coolest thing ever. Just the way like he was like super calm and calculated about everything. It was like something straight out of like a movie.
Right.
And I saw that, and I was just like in awe, because I mean, I would see these videos, like this was also when like World Star was kind of popping, all those fight videos, everybody yelling World Star in the fights. I would see those fights online, and everybody who was in like each of those videos looked like dumb as hell just fighting.
Right.
Like they looked like just dumbasses,
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, if I'm gonna fight, like I want it to look cool, like for real. Like I want it. Like in Karate Kid, like just those fight scenes and how I looked at them, they were just super cool. I'm like, damn, I want to like do that in real life.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I just thought it was the coolest thing ever, and so I was like, I want to learn how to fight because I want to look cool, and it's also just like the coolest thing to me. So like, I just want to be fucking cool. That's it.
I see. Okay, so you want to look cool fighting, and you don't want to just be in a. Did you get in a lot of fights when you were growing up?
No, I was a good kid.
That's crazy because I've never had a fight either.
Really?
I had almost my first fight at a soccer final not too long ago.
Not too long ago?
It was just too many people on top of my brother, and I was like, what the fuck is going on over here?
Wait, when was this?
Some months ago. And I started rearranging the pockets. I was like, well, I guess I'm about to have my first fight. Thankfully, nothing happened. You know what I mean? I'm 32 years old. I've never had 31. I've never had a fucking fight in my life.
That's crazy.
Well, no, I've never had a fight in my life. Well, it's not. Like, I always felt like, if you're not able to resolve your issues using your words with me, which I know sounds cliche, I don't even want to fucking entertain it. Yeah. Why you can't talk to me about your issues? But, there's pros like you who you guys fight for sport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for somebody who's never had a fight in his life, I wonder why, you chose this as your career path. And so you're watching World Star and they don't know how to fight. And
they don't know how to fight.
So you're thinking, okay, I want to do something. Would you say you're an attention grabber?
I feel like
it's okay.
Low-key, I am.
That's fine. That's fine.
No. Yeah. No, now that I'm thinking about it.
How many girls are in your DMs right now?
No. I'm not gonna answer that. No, but it's not many.
The more
it's not many,
you
bro.
become, everybody be in the DMs. That's true.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm really not like talking to anybody, bro. Like,
no, well, you're focused on your career.
Yeah,
which is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your training regimen like?
So Mondays through Fridays, each morning we have fight team practice. And so that's usually from like 9:30 to 11, 12. It depends, depending on what we're doing. In the morning. First half. Okay. Yeah. And then.
Oh, so you wake up whooping ass.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude, it's like the best way to start your day. Just
really?
Like with the workout.
Whooping ass?
Yeah. Or I mean, I get my ass whooped too, like for sure.
Have you sparred with Desiree and Haley?
Yes, I sparred with them a lot.
And they whoop your ass.
We go back and forth.
So you've whooped
some days. Yeah, some days we have good days. Some days we have bad days.
No, I don't want them in my comments talking about he never whooped my ass now. All right.
When it comes to the sparring at the gym, everybody's beat everybody ass at least once.
Oh, okay, got you.
Like we all know that. We don't hold like we don't really look at it as like winning or losing either when it comes to sparring. Yeah. No, like we're just there to like learn with each other.
Would you say everybody at the gym is supportive of each other? Yeah.
I mean, especially to everybody, seeing how everybody's just kind of been together, especially through my teammate Josh's passing, because he passed away earlier this year.
Oh, but Panda is what they call him, right?
Yes.
Yeah, rest in peace to him. I know Jonathan took that very hard.
Yeah, no, man,
I did not know
it was
him
a close brother to him. Yeah,
but he did train at Blitz.
Yeah, he was part of the fight team, and hearing that was just crazy. But then a lot of us earlier in the year, we had fights coming up, and so a lot of the people who heard the news, they had to take it, but they also had to keep training. Like the next morning after that happened and we heard the news, we were all there at the gym. Mm-hmm. We mourned a little bit with each other, like at the beginning of training. And then we got right back to work, just like, how he probably would have wanted us to.
Yes. And I dealt with the death just a few months ago. Right. That was somebody that was close to me. And it's hard to say. There's no easy way to say it, but life goes on. Yeah. And sometimes we don't have the time that we want to mourn.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because there's life doesn't stop.
No, it doesn't.
It's unfortunate because we do take it hard. And I know that a lot of you guys took it hard when he passed away. I did not know him personally. Never met him, but I know that I know all of you guys, especially Jonathan, who was on the show. I know he took it very, very hard. Renee, who was on the show as well, she took it very hard. And so, rest in peace to him and condolences to the family for sure. But you guys had shit coming up.
Yeah, but like we went through that morning, but we went through it together, and like it just everybody just like understood each other. Like I felt like on like a deeper level, I felt like we got to connect even more after that, and so all of my friends. Or all of my teammates, they became more than just like friends to me, like we were all there for each other. So now, especially now more than ever, I feel like we're just the closest we've been as a team.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, so it's been nothing but love from them.
Got you going forward.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Luis, I definitely want to get more into the career. I have a lot of questions in terms of your training regimen, which I just asked about. But, I have a lot of questions in terms of like the back scenes of the training regimen and stuff. I want to learn more about your fights coming up, the fights that you've had that I've seen, and so much more about your career. But we're going to take a quick little break, all right? When we get back, we're going to have more with Mr. Luis Robles. Do you have a stage name?
No, not yet.
You need a stage name.
We're figuring it out.
We're going to call him Smiles because it's Smiles infection. Yes. We have more with Smiles coming here on The Public Affairs. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this episode of The Public Affair. My very special guest, Mr. Luis Robles. Before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Blue Star RV Services with my boy Manny Guerrero, who's a mobile RV tech who can fix all RVs, food trucks, and so much more. I'm talking about travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. Listen, I know better than anybody that when you guys buy these things, they break the first time you buy them. Something's going wrong. Blue Star RV Services will come to you so you're not taking it to anywhere else. And he'll get paid directly through the warranty company. So all you guys got to do is pay him a small service fee, let him come out there and take care of you. Absolutely professional, absolutely reliable. Follow on Facebook or call the number on the screen to Blue Star RV Services. My boy Manny Guerrero, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Big Bear Lawn Care with Fernando de la Rosa. He's a small landscaping business who mows all lawns. I'm talking about edging, mulching, and so much more. Listen, it's hot outside and y'all's lawns are a hot ass mess, all right? And you don't want to go out there and do that. One less chore, Big Bear Lawn Care is going to take care of you. Call the number on the screen for a free quote. To Fernando de la Rosa, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Magdaleno Drywall Solutions with Francisco Magdaleno. He specializes in all drywall services, both residential and commercial. He also specializes in all exterior and exterior painting, sheetrock, and so much more. You know your home needs that update that it's been needing, and Magdaleno Drywall Solutions is absolutely going to help you do that with their top-of-the-line services. Call now and book with number on the screen to Magdaleno Drywall Services or Francisco Magdaleno. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the G-Boss Party Rentals with Hugo Garcia. You can hit him up for mostly all your party rentals. I'm talking about bounce houses, dunk booths, and water slides. It is the summertime. School is out. Graduation already happened, and I know y'all's birthdays are coming up. He even has a mechanical bull that you can give for a spin. Oh my goodness, I want to go out there to your party. I want to ride the mechanical bull so I can show you guys what I got. All right, call number on the screen. Follow on Facebook at G Boss Party Rentals to G Boss Party Rentals with Hugo Garcia. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Elite Barbershop with my boy Sid Rodriguez, located on Hewitt Drive. You can call the number on the screen to book or download the Squire app. Walk-ins are welcome as well, because he also has Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Clint Fletcher, and Isai Reyes over there, making you look as snackish as I have for all these episodes of The Public Affair. He's been my longest running sponsor, my biggest supporter, Sid Rodriguez. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair to Elite Barbershop. I love you all. And of course, to J Pedal and Poke with Junior Fuentes, Thomas Roberts, and the entire family. They provide delicious, savory Japanese crepes and poke bowls, which is perfect for you because you're a fighter. Yeah, do you love J Pedal?
Yes, I love
Okay,
those.
can you tell us what your favorite thing at J Pedal is to get?
The shrimp and crab bowl and white rice.
Ooh.
That's my favorite.
Isn't there white rice like unrivaled?
It's all unrivaled.
Oh my God. What's your favorite sauce to get on top?
Oh, I just take it as it is.
You just take it as is. Oh, because yes.
Yeah, the shrimp and crab.
Well, so Louis likes to get the pre-made bowl that's already on the menu, but I like to do
Yes.
my own custom bowl because I like to be in control, Louis.
Oh.
Okay, that's right. So you could choose from a menu item or create your own. Listen, locations on University Park Drive and Hewitt Drive. Make sure you guys order online or on their new app at JPedal, which is their new app that they have that you can order online, and call the number on the screen, JPedal TX. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys, we're gonna have more. We're have more with my boy, Mr. Luis Robles. He's an amateur MMA fighter out of Blitz MMA. I told you stop me if I'm slurring my words. Okay. But he says I sound good.
Yeah, no.
Are you sure?
Yes, you're good.
Okay. I just want to make sure everybody's getting what they paid for. Listen, I've had lots of fighters on the show. I've had Noni, who was a boxer. He was a boxer on the show. I've had Jaime Lerma, who's caused quite the controversy on the show, but I love him. Jonathan Ochoa, who is a fighter. Maybe he's not amateur, but he is a fighter. I've had Carlos Martinez, who's a renowned boxer who I hope to have again soon. And then I have you. And with all of them, I've talked about being cockstrong.
Okay.
Have you heard of that term before?
This is kind of new to me, honestly. Or maybe that term is new to me.
Cockstrong is?
What is that?
Okay, so what it is that you guys are not allowed to have sex before fights. And I had a friend, David Cordova, who he is a boxer too, or he was a boxer at the very least. And we've talked about being cockstrong, which he's a host, so I know, whatever. Well, he was. Now I love his, his wife and everything. But I'm getting in trouble for that. No, I love him. He's come very far. Listen, this is about you.
Yes.
Are you cockstrong?
Cockstrong?
Cockstrong means you can't have sex because you have a fight coming up.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's, like I said, like with drinking as well, no one's really
we're not talking about
you.
drinking though. We're talking about having sex.
No, I'm talking about like whether to do it or not. Like, my coach doesn't like pull me to the side and be like, "Hey, bro,
don't be having no sex.
You cannot get laid for these next like couple weeks."
He does not.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, he does not.
That's not.
So he encourages getting laid.
Well, that's something to ask him. I'm gonna ask him that. Actually.
No, I want to ask him too. Tell him to bring his ass on the show since they got so much fucking mouth on social media. No, but no, because the pro fighters that I've had on the show, they said that they had to restrain from having sex because it takes a lot of your energy, and so especially when it comes to having fights in the future. So I know that you have fights coming up, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I wonder if you have to be cockstrong.
I feel like people, like I said, like some people they just think and they handle things differently. Like when it comes to preparing for a fight.
Yeah.
Some people may feel like, kind of like exerting that kind of energy or like, doing activities like that may kind of mess up their focus one way or another, maybe like something more how would you say, like scientific is like, maybe it like drains your dopamine in a certain type of way. Okay. Like that dopamine mismanagement can kind of mess with your motivation or if you feel complacent or not, maybe that makes you, some people, that feeling is stronger than others. So I feel like, for some, that might be a good idea to just restrain from just self-indulgence in general, And some people, if they know each other, if they know themselves well enough and they have that discipline, then they may not need to take that route.
I got you. So how well do you know yourself and are you that disciplined?
Yeah. I'd say yes, and I'm also disciplined. It's easy because I'm not talking to I'm not really trying to get with anybody right now, if that makes sense.
You don't have, listen, Luis, let's cut the bullshit here, all right? This is the public affair. You're 21 years old. I know when I was 21, the only thing that I had in my mind was getting laid. All right. and so, you know, obviously you're still young. I wonder if you can't drink, how did you celebrate your 21st birthday?
Oh, I drank.
I did drink for my 21st. Okay, yeah. So celebratory things are not out of the question.
Yeah, and I also wasn't in the middle of a fight camp for that one. So I was.
Oh, okay, got you.
So I had time.
But now you are. So I guess let's just cut the fucking cheese. Are you getting laid right now before your fight?
No.
You're not getting laid. Okay.
No, I've been, how would you say,
celibate?
Yeah, I guess celibate for a while now.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say a while too, but it was literally like last week. So.
Okay, me, it's a lot longer.
I've been cutting back on my hoe-ness. I really have been.
That's good.
No, I have. I mean, it is good. No, it is good because like I'm about to be 32 fucking years old. I can't be a hoe my whole life. You know what I mean? I was making up for lost times. I was a late bloomer, and now like I just
that's
really
totally understandable.
I just want to be married to my show, do my show. But but listen, you at 21 years old, I'm sure you have the urges and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how do you fight those urges?
Man,
you literally go and fight, right?
Yeah, a lot of it, like with I don't know, when I feel a lot of pent up energy in one way or another in my body, I always try to like draw that energy and that focus back to my goals and like where I want to be. Not to sound like corny, you know, but like
no, but like that's what I'm saying. So when you're horny and then you want to have sex with a girl, you say, okay, I'm not gonna have sex with this girl because I really want to be a successful fighter.
Yeah, I mean, like. Long story short, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm sorry.
No, it's more.
Welcome to the show. All right.
It's not just like sex, but just like, not to sound like an asshole, but just like dealing with another person in general, like all that energy, all that focus.
All they do is fucking complain. Right? That's why you have to be gay for a little bit. Yes, you do. Well, no, don't get me wrong, because the gay niggas, they be fucking complaining all the fucking time too. That's why I fuck with straight men. Yeah, because all they do is bitch. That's all they fucking do. Bitch. You know, I had a fucking gay guy come to my house. I was on a date. You know, this guy came to my house and told me I had to get rid of my gaming system.
Oh, I saw that.
I'm done.
That's messed up.
Get the fuck out of my house. What are you talking
exactly,
about?
bro.
I just bought Diablo 4. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, yeah.
I'm trying to see what happens.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And if you're just by yourself, nobody's telling you that shit.
For the record, we're not talking anymore. You know, he gave me that look, Luis, that was like, you know when you tell your kids to do something and you mean it?
He gave you that look?
He gave me that look like,
bruh.
And I was like, oh, are we done? Like, we're done.
Nah, man.
I didn't even have a chance to have sex when I was so pissed.
He saved you time.
I'm always, listen, ABC, always be closing. My legs are stay open. Oops. But you know, like, but I was mad. I was like, you can't tell me to get rid of my gaming system.
Yeah, that's messed up,
This is my safe haven. This is where I come home to.
Yeah.
I have to do this show. I work a regular job, you know, and so do you, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, just having another person, like in the picture.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not appealing to me.
So do you do celebratory things after your fight? Listen, I saw you do that one fight. You just had that fight recently, or if I'm not mistaken, I saw the video of you. You knocked that guy out in like seconds.
Yeah.
It took seconds, Luis. So do you no, and which is impressive. You know what I mean? But do you celebrate after things like that, or?
I celebrated a bit, yeah. Like
there
my friends,
bitches and hoes and drugs, or?
So anyways,
bro, Blitz got their people media trained. Do you hear me? They do. Shout out to Blitz. All right, good for you, Luis. Yeah, good for you. Yeah.
No, but like a lot of my friends were there. We had a Airbnb renting out that night, you know. So like after the fight, I got with them and like we just had a good time, you know.
Right.
And I like just, you know, I also celebrating myself. Like if I do something like that, especially in that fight too, I felt like I went to a different place than I've like ever been before, like just another place of like focus and just like concentration. And it made me feel, I don't know, like super like grateful and just like I felt like I leveled up, you know.
I was gonna say, do you feel like you leveled up in your career? Like, do you feel like that was a stepping stone for you?
Yeah, like I definitely like leveled up in a way that I know. It's kind of hard to explain it to other people, but like I wasn't really, the result like is amazing, but what I was just more kind of like happy about was like how I was able to kind of like flip that switch and just get that focus on, because it's like that's something that I can carry with me into each of my other fights. So like my confidence is just gonna like keep building and building and building.
Right.
So I just had to enjoy myself for a bit and just like kind of give myself that pat on the back, because you know, I mean, we need that sometimes, especially to just if you're starting a new chapter, I mean, you got to be there for yourself, you know, like, because a lot of people may not see like the shit that you go through or the thoughts that you deal with like on a day-to-day basis. So like, but you do. So, I mean, I wanted to make sure like I congratulated myself, and I kind of just like in a way like told myself that I'm proud of like where I'm going and like how I'm doing things, you know.
So you celebrated.
So I celebrated, but yeah, I celebrated, man.
No, listen, there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, you're 21 years old, but you know, I bet even now, because you have a fight coming up when?
Yes.
Like, it's very recent.
At the time of it's July 16th.
Oh yeah, yeah. This episode will be out by then. And so I bet that it's annoying. Listen, you're 21 years old. You guys want to drink and you want to party, and you guys are like full-fledged adults now. You know what I mean?
Right,
you have so much freedom at 21 years old.
For sure.
How do you feel about the peer pressure and the people that try to get you to do? Like we talked a lot about that at lunch.
Yeah, we did.
I am the type of person that when I go out and I don't want to drink, I can't stand when somebody's trying to shove fucking shots down my throat. Like, it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
If I don't want to drink, I don't want to drink. I said, no, leave me alone. You know what I mean? And so you probably deal with that a lot, though, because you are is amateur professional? Is that the same thing?
No. They're different. They're different.
Yeah, okay. I don't want Blitz in my DMs again.
Amateur is a level below professional.
Okay, I don't want them fucking whoop my ass and in the comments.
We get
No. But as an amateur, which is a rank or a level, if you will, you know, you have to be self-disciplined at 21 years old, which is like the prime of your life. You know what I mean? So how do you plow through the peer pressure that your peers put you through? Hey, Luis, take this shot. Let's party. Let's drink. You know, we're 21 years old. We're still young. We have our whole life ahead of us. But I don't know, bitch. I got to fight next month. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what do you do?
Because, I mean, it's very easy to just say yes, like, in a situation, you know, because, I mean, when I'm in a situation like that, I kind of feel alone because, like, no one's really, like, holding me accountable except for myself, you know? And so in a way, it's kind of just, like, I just feel kind of like isolated when I say like, yo, I don't want to drink, and they kind of keep going. But for me, I just know I've done enough work to where like I don't really associate myself with people like on like a very how would you say, like I'm not gonna be easily swayed by people is like what I'm trying to say.
You're
like
21. You're gonna learn who your real friends are and who they're not. Listen, I'm 30. Right. I'll be 32 in a few weeks.
Yeah.
I'm still learning.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The person who is my brother today, shout out tomorrow. I did not think he was gonna be my brother 2 years ago.
Yeah,
that
man.
Aggressive asshole. You know, but now he's the person that holds me down when I'm just going through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My best friend, who I've been best friends with since I was 15 years old. Shout out to Jaime, my other brother. He's been there for me when everybody was talking shit.
Yeah.
You know, we're sleeping together, this and that and the other, which we never did. But you know, like he went through that, and you learn at 20. You're only 21, Louis.
Yeah.
You're at the prime of your life.
Yeah, man.
You know, you're just barely going through it. You know what I mean?
And so I feel good because I'm in a space where, like I said, I've created with mindfulness. I've been able to kind of separate myself from just like everything in general, like like that concept of like detachment, you know.
I got you.
The people's like words don't really have that much of a pull on me or an effect on me like anymore, really, like especially with my actions too, because I don't know, I've just been keeping all of my actions, like all of my focus, like I've been keeping that very like close to my heart.
I got you.
You know, so I really don't have, you know, like a problem being like, no, like stop telling me to, you know, to do what you want to do. Like I have no problem just like standing up and like getting in their face about it, you know?
Right.
But whenever I get like pressured, you know, I kind of like have a smile on my face and like, I'm like, nah, man, like it's okay. Like I'm good.
You're good. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
it's still annoying when they don't fucking understand.
No, cause that could actually kind of make it worse. Cause then
like,
it seems like,
no, go ahead.
Cause it would seem like, when I'm smiling and everything, trying to like be cool, like it may seem like I do want to take a shot, and you know that's when they're like, oh, I see you do want it, come on, okay. You know, they try to get that.
For the record, I drank the whole bottle of mimosa by myself. Luis did not have one drink, a drop of alcohol on this show. You know, he did not. And I had shots before the shots. My boy Lulu. Hopefully his episode's next. But you know, no, but you know, I didn't have one fucking drink. Well, you did not have one.
Yeah, you got lit, man. Yeah.
Get lit. Can you tell, bitch? Who's more in your DMs, chicks or dudes?
Dudes.
Dudes are in your DMs, aren't they?
Oh, okay. Are you meaning like in a serious way?
I'm talking about that one because you show us your six pack.
I'm not.
Why? Everybody's taking their shirt off on this show. You don't have to take your shirt off, but we want to see what you got. Okay, you don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. But no, I'm not going to pressure
Look
you.
for the OnlyFans soon, right?
Do you have an OnlyFans coming up?
No,
but you do have a pretty good physique, and it's all over social media. So, you know, listen, with your career heights, you're going to have DMs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who would you say more, girls or guys?
I would say, honestly, that it's like kind of tied.
Oh.
Cause
what do you do? Surely when the girls are in there, you're like, sure. But like with the guys, sure. Luis is not gay. I didn't try.
I am not.
Because he's too young for me. I tried the 20s. I'm not into it. I like them old with a pension. But but you know, that. For you, you know, with the dudes, you know, what's your response to that?
Yeah, man.
And you don't have to be scared. I'm an old age gay. We don't give a fuck about nothing. Not the new age gays that get offended by every fucking thing. Yeah, I said it. All right. Okay. Yeah. So you go ahead and say what you want.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of take it as a compliment. I'm like, yo, I mean, they're saying kind of nice things about me, you know, like I appreciate that.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
I appreciate that. And so, I mean, I don't really try to like be too hard on them or anything, but I tell them sternly like, yo, I mean,
I tell dudes that they're hot all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody asks me, even with my brothers. Yeah. And they're like, do you? Well, of course. Like everybody in my circle is attractive, but I know my boundaries.
Yeah.
I know my boundaries. I don't want to sleep with the people I call my brothers.
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't.
Yeah.
That's like trying to fuck your brother. That's disgusting. That's nonsense. You know what I mean? I don't. And are they cute? Yes. But do I want to fuck them? Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just what matters to me, you know, as long as we keep those boundaries, like we're cool. You can say anything about me. I can say anything about you. Like we're cool. We're in a comfortable space. So like,
so you never had nobody push the limits with you?
There was like this one random gay dude on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
You know, but that's careful. Like everybody, you know, everybody's kind of gone through that.
Well, I will tell you, I know I've made some suggestive moves to you, but I don't want to sleep with you.
No, I understand like where it comes from.
You're like a little boy to me. Like I don't want to fuck with you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
No, you're welcome. Listen, we are running out of time, but I really want to talk to you about your career and about the sport. You know, Luis is an amateur MMA fighter. I'm getting that correct.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
I'm trying to fucking correct myself here before Blitz
you're good.
jumps me.
Hey, you're good.
No, but okay. So you are, you know, it's a sport. How do you, in your mind, because you guys are fighting, and usually when people are fighting, they're in a place of aggressiveness and anger. But as you stated before earlier in the episode, that you don't put yourself in that space. And so how do you, as an MMA fighter, separate the person that you're fighting with, like, this is nothing personal, this is just for sport. And when you're done, you know, you whoop that person's ass in about 15 seconds. You know, do you tell them afterwards, hey, good fight, or I whooped your ass, or what's going through your mind?
No, like every time, if you just have decent sportsmanship, you go and you hug your opponent after the fight, you know, or, you know, shake their hand at least. That's what you should aim for, you know? Because I mean, it's just another person who's kind of chasing the same thing you're chasing, you know, and you're just playing the game. There's nothing really like personal or angry about that, you know. Maybe leading up to the fight, you might take things a little more personal, so that way you can
you
really
taunt each other.
Yeah.
I always felt like that was for the camera.
It can or it can't be. Yeah. I mean, some people are doing it different, but when it's leading up to the fight, you can. I feel like you have more freedom to take things personally, just so it can get you riled up, you know, whatever, like, you know, gets you to focus on the fight. But once, you know, you guys fight and the fight's over, like, there shouldn't be any sort of resentment between you two, you know, like that's just what really like martial arts is about. It's just, you know, two bodies just like in combat. There's no like feelings about it. You're just seeing who's better than the other.
Well, it's just like, this is what we like to do.
Yeah.
Let's exploit what we like to do with each other.
Yeah.
And
consensually. Like, yeah, I mean,
it's consensual.
Both parties signed up for it. So
have you had any situations where somebody did take a little bit too personal and you're like, hey bro, what are you fucking doing? You know what I mean?
Hey, sometimes like whenever, and this isn't exclusive to me, but just like, if you've been training for a while and you spar people, whether it be people that have more experience than you or less experience, there's always going to be like some like little mishap in practice, you know, or maybe someone punched hard one time and then you kind of answered back, you know, just like you playing with each other's egos a little bit. That happens in training, but it's never been like, I never had like a serious like head-on encounter with somebody like, I fucking hate you after this. Fuck you.
So you've never had an issue going to hug your opponent, even the person that you whooped his ass in 15 seconds. You go,
48.
Hey, you know, you had your own 15 seconds, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, come over here. You know what I mean? Like, no, but honestly, like, so you've never had an issue.
No, man. Yeah, it's I have nothing but like respect for them because I mean, just getting the opportunity to like step in the cage and then having kind of, I feel like when it comes to fights happening, a lot of stars have to align. I don't think people like really see that like from an outside perspective, because it's one person and the other. there's so many like variables that can happen. Like when you're during training or outside of training, you get hurt, something happens, and you have to pull out of the fight, and then you're left without a fight, you know, and you know, like, or some health issues may happen or something like that. Everything kind of has to like line up perfectly, so that way like the fight kind of has to happen, you know.
I see. Okay.
Because there's a lot of chances for it to drop out. Is what I'm trying to say.
I think the person that dropped that fights at your gym, Haley, who's very renowned. Yes. Didn't she have a fight like canceled like a few times? I follow her.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Her UFC debut. She was supposed to fight. So she was supposed to fight the beginning of the year in February. The day before her fight, she got an ulcer rupture.
Oh, I see.
I forgot what it was.
Yeah. Something that prevented
ovarian cyst rupture. Yeah, that's what it was. And the day before her fight, so her fight got canceled, and so they booked her again for the next month. And then the day before, something happened. Her opponent had some health complications or something. Yeah. The day before the fight, canceled.
It's frustrating.
And especially when it's that level, because those fights. That was her UFC debut, like the most important fight of her life.
I got you.
You know, and
what gets pushed back?
Shit happens. Shit happens. You know,
shit happens. Yeah.
There's so many variables. So like to be able to finally step in the cage with somebody, everything's good. We're able to fight and express it like ourselves and our art. I shouldn't be mad at you at all. Yeah. Like you gave me that opportunity. Like we made this shit together. You know.
Have you met Armando Villarreal? La Lumbre?
Yeah.
You know he was on episode 8 of The Public Affair.
Oh hell yeah!
And I was fucked up on that episode, just like I am. I was fucked up, and I was fat. I love that guy.
He's so cool, man.
He is so cool, and y'all go watch episode 8, bitch.
Episode 8.
There's even a scene where fucking Mike, my producer, left that shit of me wiping off my sweat. I was about 300 pounds on it. I wasn't even working out at the time. Yeah, crazy. Go watch it. And and Alumbre, I love him. I hope he's doing well.
He is. He's at the gym.
Do you find yourself, and we're running out of time, but do you find yourself blessed to be able to train under notable people like La Lumbre, like Haley, man. Like Desiree? They're all, listen, and what I said about Blitz MMA in the beginning of this episode, I have no ill will with you guys. You guys are training champions. You know what I mean? And I love all those people. Well, I only know La Lumbre, but I don't know the other two girls. I've never met them. But they're doing their thing. You can't hate on that. Hate on that. And you as an amateur fighter, do you find yourself like in a position of just not what the fuck am I saying? Do you feel like you're blessed to be able to come up with other people like that?
Yeah. I mean, everybody from like, you know, the pros to the amateurs and whoever else shows up in the gym, like but especially like my fight team, like those are like my brothers and my sisters. Like all of them. We have so much love for each other. There's no question about it, you know. Gotcha. So they're having, you know, been introduced to them because of mixed martial arts has made me like so grateful, because like otherwise I wouldn't have met him if I didn't choose what I chose, you know, and go to the gym that I went to, you know.
Yeah.
So there's something very like fortunate and like lucky about that, and so it makes me just appreciate it even more, you know. Those are like genuine human beings that have helped me just go so far and just like have confidence in myself, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I mean that's a huge thing, just like having people there for you, just like on all levels, like physical, emotional, like mental, like they help me just feel even more ready to just enter the fight, you know.
No, that's great. And you know, like I said, out of the 3 that I named, I've only met Alumbre because he was on the show, Armando, and I love him. And you know, the girls, they be doing their things too. I follow them on social media. But they're amazing.
Media. I think
they are. I've invited Haley and Desiree on the show. So when y'all ladies are ready, you come on. You know what I mean?
Y'all ready.
No, but not for nothing. Like, you know, it's got to be great. Listen, I've come up in my career under a radio veteran. Shout out to Chrissy. She was on this episode, on the show as well. And you know, I'm very grateful for that. You know what I mean? Because there's people who are seasoned in the career path that you choose that don't want to see you come up. You know what I mean? And obviously you don't have that experience.
No.
So do you have any plans before we go to go pro? Or did you just become amateur? Or tell me about the rankings. How does this all work?
I just became amateur. I just became amateur because I just started competing like actually for MMA.
Oh, okay.
So that's when it comes to like amateur fights, that's when you actually have a record and like a Tapology profile, which is like a profile that has all your stats.
Soon
and like,
you'll get the Wikipedia.
Yeah. You know.
Even I don't have the Wikipedia yet. Yeah. Go ahead.
So I started competing in amateur MMA last October. October the 15th, that was my debut fight. That's when I officially became an amateur fighter. You know, and then my second fight as well. So yeah, I've just been an amateur for a bit, but that was only like relatively recently as to like compared to like when I started training.
Yeah.
So I'd only been training since I was 16, and then but I knew I wanted to compete. It took a while for me and my coaches to feel like I was ready to compete. You know?
See. I got you.
Yeah. So that's like, I've been in that mind space for a while, but like on paper, I've been an amateur, you know, just within the past couple of months.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
You know what? Listen. You have your fight coming up soon. How can we watch that?
July 16th. The promotion is Fury. So they have all their information about streaming and everything on their profile. They stream through the UFC Fight Pass, also YouTube and Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know the link, but
we're gonna find the link. I'll post it on the comments.
Fury Promotions, yes, that's the promotion.
Fury Promotions. Listen, I wish you nothing but the best in your career.
Thank you, Andrew.
And
you
thank
too,
you for
man.
being so open. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
I
thank you for being so open on this show. You know, I know that I didn't want to put you on the spot about Blitz, and I want everybody at Blitz to know that it's nothing but love.
Yeah,
my bad for fucking up. All right.
We're good, man. We're good,
tell them I'm sorry. I don't want fucking Desiree and them trying to whip my ass in the streets. All right. I cannot fight.
Shit, that'd be
I
funny.
do not. It would be funny, but I can't fight. Okay. Yeah. What's next for you, Luis?
Man, I'm trying to go as far as I can in the sport.
Yeah.
So, I'm fighting July 16th, and then it's all gas, no breaks after that.
Do you think you're doing what you're supposed to be doing?
Yes.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
And so how about love interest? Do we have any love interest going on in the future? Yeah.
No, nothing worth talking about. Ooh. To be honest, yeah.
Oh, I like him.
No,
he knows how to keep it between us. Luis, thank you so much for coming on to the show. No, I truly
thank you so much.
Is there anything else you can leave? Any shout outs or anything you want to give before we end?
Just shout out to number one, my Blitz family. Like I want to be where I am, and I wouldn't go where I'm going without them. So they have nothing but my love and support and respect, all the above. And then, yeah, I just shout out to all my friends and family too. I love them all. I hope y'all see this episode and I hope y'all enjoyed. Yes. So yeah.
I hope all his side pieces watches this episode too. Okay. And share this shit. Luis, you're 21 years old. You've got your whole life ahead of you. Keep your mind focused. I started the public affair when I was 32, 31, 29 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just recently.
Yeah, it was 3 years ago. And so, you know, you have your whole life ahead of you. Stay focused on what you want to do. The partying, the hoes, the lifestyle, that comes later. You have your whole life ahead of you. You've got to promise it. I've watched the video. I'm going to post it. You sent me the video, so I am going to post it.
Man,
and it was impressive. You know what I mean? You obviously have a good head on your shoulders. Stay humbled. And I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much.
Stop saying like you're making me sound like I'm fucking 50 years old. Shut up, bitch. All right.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, all right. I'm your nigga, bitch. All right. Luis, thank you so much for coming on to this episode. So much, Shout out to everybody at Blitz MMA. Nothing but love between the public affair and you guys. Honestly, I want to come out there. I'll spar with you guys even if you want to get some pent up aggression out from me. Okay. And if Jonathan, shout out to you. He was on this episode. He was on the show.
Yes.
And I love Jonathan. Everybody, La Lumbre. I love you guys so much. To everybody who's watched and love this episode. Thank you guys again so much for all your support. I truly appreciate it. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my boy Luis Robles. Thank you so much for coming on to this episode. Before we go, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. I'm watching myself on the why you have me on the monitor? Look at these legs, bitch. Look at this ham hock.
It's all been able to see this whole
Don't you love it? Look at bitch. All right. I'm gonna start wearing these shorts every episode. Of course, I'm gonna give a shout out to Brothers Roofing and Remodeling, my boy Jesus Sanchez, all the way from Mart, Texas. He's a small construction business specializing in general roofing needs and so much more. You can protect your home from all the craziness of the elements of the Texas weather with his high quality and affordable work. Make sure you follow on Facebook and call the number on the screen to Brothers Roofing and Remodeling with Jesus Sanchez. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Soco Soccer Academy with Dominic Gutierrez and Ariana Gutierrez, located at 3304 Franklin Avenue. They offer team, small group, and individual skills training, making your kids superb star athletes with professionals like George De Leon. The Public Affair is also a proud sponsor of the Soco Soccer teams, coached by my brother Mauro Maldonado. I'm I'm so grateful to have that opportunity at Soko Soccer Academy tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for letting me do that. Follow on Facebook at Soko Soccer Academy, on Instagram at Soko Soccer 254. Make sure you guys get your kids involved in something positive this summer. Of course, the Pollo Box and Audio with Jeffrey Monreal, home for all your LED needs and auto accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. He also specializes in building custom subwoofer enclosures and so much more. Definitely your jack of all trades. He's hooked my car and pimped it from the ground up. Your one-stop shop to get everything done in one roof. To my boy Jeffrey Monreal, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Fat Boy Michelada Botana with my boy Junior Banda, who provides the best Michelada Botana plates for yourself or for a party. Listen, Luis cannot drink right now, so he can't get him much. But you can ask him for a Michelada with club soda. He'll make it for you.
Sounds good.
Yeah, he'll do it for you, all right? With a menu of a ton of different items, including Botana bowls, chamois, pickles, and more. He's locally operated, so make sure you get the best and not the rest. Follow on Facebook and Instagram at Fatboy Michelada y Botana and place your orders now. To Junior Banda, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, the Sonia's Event Planning and Rentals with my girl Sonia Childers. She's an event planner that specializes in weddings, quinceañeras, baby showers, corporate events, and so much more. My girl Sonia is out there doing the damn thing appointments only because she's booked and busy. She makes you take the stress of planning your events off your shoulders and reach out for a consultation at shoulders1994 at yahoo.com or call the number on the screen. To my girl Sonia's Event Planning and Rentals with Sonia Childers, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, I can't go on without thanking my girl Ana Limones with Hummingbird Party Backdrops and Decors. You can call for all party decorations, including beautiful balloon props, because balloon props are in right now. The arches and everything, so everybody knows that your party is there and it's front and center, and everybody needs to know you got something going on. She also has a number of wooden backdrops and so much more, so call the number on the screen. To my girl Ana Limones, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair with Hummingbird Party Backdrops and Decor. I truly appreciate it. To everybody who tuned into this show, thank you guys again so much. We're this close to our 3-year anniversary of The Public Affair and my 32nd birthday, which is coming up after this episode. To Luis Robles, thank you so much. And best of luck to your fighting career. Don't be whooping my ass after this. And to everybody at Blitz MMA, back the fuck off.
Yeah. We're good, bro. Yes,
we're all good. It's nothing but love. And don't forget to always keep it between us.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.